Good morning. I just wanted to show an update of the second part of my embroidery. So I did show you guys the other one I was doing. It was a lot of text across the handkerchief I'm making. I used the same stitches I'm using here. This is also the backward split stitch. I did that for the numbers and then for the and symbol, the ampersand. But then for these larger initials, I used a satin stitch, which I do still have another one I'm going to do, this one. I do have the paper on the other side, it's the stabilizer. But I also have these really awesome heat erasing markers that I use just to make the outline, because what I'm gonna do, and I'll show a video of this, is I do a stitch along the outside and the inside, just as if you were going to draw a bubble letter. And then I fill in the space with just some random stitches just to give it a good base. And then the satin stitch is just from one side to the other side, one side to the other side, over and over and over, back and forth along the markers. That way you just kind of fill in the space. As you can see, without getting too blurry, here I filled in the space. Here it is still a little thin, so I'm working my way down the R, and then I will be done with this embroidery. Next, what I'll do is for this, the border here that I've already hemmed to keep it from fraying, well, at least fraying on the top. This part needs some fabric glue on the back to keep this from fraying. But basically this is going to get lace, and I'm going to be hand stitching the lace because I'm cutting out each individual piece. So I will show what that looks like. I already have the lace prepared. So what I'll do is I'll pin it on, and then we'll stitch just to make sure it's attached. That's going to be a little bit harder because I can't put it in a ring to hold it nice and taut for me. So we're going to be hand stitching across. Probably gonna tack it to my wool ironing board, maybe just to hold it flat. I don't know, we're gonna play around with that idea. But basically today I'm working on finishing this satin stitch, and then I'm also going to try to get through the outlines for these larger letters, as well as my backhand split stitch for these other numbers here, because we are trying to wrap up this project within the next week, just so I can make sure I can get it to the mother of the bride in time. So I'll be showing another video, like I said, probably tomorrow or sometime in the beginning of next week, just showing the rest of these stitches. If there's anything you guys want to see up close as I go through, feel free to let me know. I'm happy to go a little slower if you are trying to do a satin stitch or a backward split stitch on your own. The first handkerchief I did was a satin material. This one actually ended up being a blend with polyester, so the little threads, the mesh actually does pull apart a little bit more than I wanted, but that is why we have the stabilizer on here. That helps it not rip the fabric, and that will just wash away when I'm done. And then we'll do some fabric glue on the back to keep those threads from going anywhere. But so definitely different, doing stitches on different types of material. As long as you have the right stabilizers, almost anything's impossible, or anything is possible. So just keep at it, and we'll have updates coming soon. Bye.